All right, yo. This is the Boxing Source checking in, and we got my guy originally from Washington D.C., now over in the Las Vegas area. 25 years in the professional fighting game, Mister Demarcus Chop Corley. What's going on, man?
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
Oh, I'm all good. I'm all good, man. Just catching you. I guess you putting in work, fixing bikes here at the moment. I know that you do the chef thing too, and you
Man,
fighting and training. So you've been doing everything, man. Man,
man, I'm a jack of all trades, boy. I can do it. I
yeah,
ain't
man.
gonna I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I can do a lot of stuff with my hands.
I feel you like a real Mason, basically. You know what I'm saying? Being able to get things done with your hands and stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted to just get things cracking a little bit. I know that last time I had seen you around, it was over when you had your fight over at the Entertainment and Sports Complex in Washington D.C. You had your fight there, winning there by decision, and I know that you had, your little announcement afterwards. Like you said, man, it's been about 85, it was about 86 professional fights.
Yeah,
And
we're working on 87 now.
we're working on 87. And I know that there's a certain young man that is scheduled to be in action this weekend that you did call into the ring because you wanted to give him a proper butt whooping. Mr. Jalil Hackett, man. Kind of like chat on that a little bit, being part of that card. I know it was headlined by, Kobe and Soldier Breedy there against Suleiman Sagawa, but, you were, there as part of that fight card. So, how was that, having that fight and chatting up with Jalil Hackett too?
It was a great moment for me being back home in the DMV, having fought there in several years. Sit down. Having fought there in several years, and then me watching Jalil grow up from a young childhood, from the amateurs. Now he's a professional fighter. We sparred each other several times as he was coming up in the amateurs. Then he also worked with my sons, and just seeing the progress that he has accomplished over the years of boxing. He's really put the work in, and I appreciate the opportunity to work with him over the years. And it'll be a great entertainment event if we ever got in the ring together. It'll be the teacher working with the student at the end of the day. But he's
Yeah,
a much bigger guy. I'm a 135 pounder. He's a 147 pounder. So it's a big weight difference right there.
yeah. I know that I, spoke with Dusty Hernandez Harrison, who, was working on those Beltway battles there that, do take place there at, the DC area. And I think, he was trying to work on another one that's coming up around, I think, February or so next year. So maybe, what, after, Jalil takes care of business here on December 5th, then, maybe we have something scheduled there for February where you have you and Jalil there in the ring. But, I did talk with Jalil at length last week, with his dad and coach Bernard Hackett. And yeah, he is a, bright young man. And but I feel like you do want to teach him a few lessons here and there, what and whatnot, as far as like, the boxing game, even though you've had a few training sessions there with him.
Not so much teach him a lesson. I mean, I will continue to work with him, help him get ready. Definitely when he working with it, if he ever fight a southpaw, that wouldn't
Mhm.
be a problem. But for us really getting in there, squaring it off, it's not possible because the commissioner, first of all, Jalil only his pro debut. I think that was his first fight on the Mayweather card. Now he's
Yeah,
2-0. He's about to be 3-0. That ain't even legal to do. You go in
yeah,
there and fight a guy that's got 87 fights and you only got 3 fights. Regardless, if it was the same weight, it'd be something different. But he's a welterweight. I'm not a welterweight at the end of the
hmm
day.
yeah, yeah. Feel you. But like, yeah, going back on you being back home there for that fight that you had, man. How was that experience like getting back in there? Kind of like fighting there in DC, man, and having that fight.
Oh man, it was great. It was a great feeling. I look forward to going back in February. I'm already designing my next outfit for the fight,
Oh
and
man,
it's gonna be better than the last one. So I just can't wait. I'm very excited. We're looking for opponents now at 135, 137 pounds.
yeah. And with that, as far as like your outfits are concerned, I mean, you have your design there, of course, the Chop logo, basically. That you have. I know you had like I think it's a tattoo of the thing as well with the two axes and the C's on it. So you're pretty much gonna have something similar to that for your next outfit. Huh?
Yeah, I'm doing something a little different, but it's gonna be very entertaining for this one. And then the one after this one, that one's gonna be rated R.
Word. Now, wanted to jump on the thing for social media or whatnot. To know that got your whole thing where you're doing your chef. Like you're pretty much a very good cook. I've heard from a few mutual friends of ours, and they said like, man, like you were preparing like whole meals for folks, man. So you kind of like getting into that business there as far as like I think you're gonna be catering or something like that, doing a catering business or whatnot.
We don't know which one we're gonna go into first, but definitely I will be in the kitchen cooking. It's always about health and eating right, eating healthy. And my main focus is my body at the end of the day. I love to eat, but I'm not going to eat like I'm out at a carry out somewhere. I eat healthy. I'm about to do me some good chicken now. I may fry it, I may bake it. I don't know what I want. I asked the fighters what they want, fried chicken or baked chicken or barbecue chicken tonight. And we're going to take it from there.
Gotcha. So like I said, you do kind of like have the whole training session. I know that the last time we talked, you were pretty much getting out of the gym there. You were putting in work for about a few hours. So how is it like teaching a lot of these young fighters? Like I said, with the previous conversation about Jalil Hackett, but now over there over in the Las Vegas area.
It's a great experience. It's a great experience working with the young fighters. My knowledge and experience helps them and give them an outlook on the boxing, moving their hands, letting their hands go, their head movement, setting up shots. Because when you're in the ring, things happen so quick. Where compared to somebody on the outside, they can see stuff, but when you're in there, it's totally fast. It's not as slow as you think it is when you say, hey man, move your head or throw the 1-2 and come back with the hook. It happened real quick.
Yeah, yeah. It's a totally different experience. Like working in the gym and training and sparring to actually being in the ring with an opponent. Depending on like how much you study your opponent or how much work that you've done. It kind of like it's a whole different type of experience.
Totally different experience when you are getting ready for a fight and when you're just in the gym training. When you're in there training, you're always working on stuff. But when you're actually training for an opponent, you study him, you look at footage of him, see mistakes that he made, things that he liked to do a lot of, and you try to get sparring partners that's similar to that style or that's able to emulate and try to give you that same look that you're going to see within the next couple of weeks.
Word. Now, before I like continue with a couple more questions, I'm seeing here if I could get one guest that may want to ask a few questions that is kind of familiar with you. So seeing if they could work this thing on here for a little bit to see if they could get going. I think this is Brother Gary joining in here for a little bit. So I'm gonna see here if he got something here for you. This works here for a little bit. Let me see. Gary, you on there?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah,
Chilling.
yeah, just chilling here with Chop, man. He, like I said, he's jack of all trades. That he's fixing bikes here at the moment, and he's about to you know get in the kitchen, man, and either bake or fry some chicken, man. So he like I said, man, he's multi-talented up in this thing.
Yeah.
Guy don't want no smoke. He already know.
Man, you ain't want none of this. What's going on, man?
It's good, baby.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you up to come to the house when it warm up a little bit.
Hey, I'm here.
I'm back down in Florida.
Okay.
So unless you're gonna be up in the D anytime soon.
February for the fight.
What fight?
I fight February the 19th. I think that's the date they're gonna go with.
Where? Up in the D?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I should be just now coming back from my cousin's wedding in St. Thomas, so I definitely will get with you.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get with you definitely. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too long got in myself, man. See, I'm laying down, bro. I'm tired of shit, man.
Get some rest then. Why are you talking to me?
Shit, I supporting my man right here, man. This is my boy.
Man, I'm gonna beat you up, man. I'm gonna hit you with a body shot.
Hey, I can take it right now. I'll get with you, man. Hey, man, nice seeing you, bro. Take care of yourself, all right?
All right, boy.
All right, we talk.
All right.
James, later, man.
All right, man. Later.
All right.
Yeah, Gary's my guy, man. Gary's been a long time friend over in Tampa when I was in Tampa. So, once I got my starting covering the sport of boxing, like he definitely was reaching out to me, man. So he definitely beats you up every single time, man. But back to the thing that we were talking about as far as like work with fighters, man. I know that you're there in Vegas. A lot of talent comes in and out of there. I think in one of your recent posts, you were doing some work with the WBC lightweight champion Devin Haney. So, how is it like work with him? I know that you've probably been watching him since he was like a young pup too.
Yeah, me and Devin got a chance to spar 2015 when Floyd was getting ready for the Manny Pacquiao fight. I got a chance to work with Devin. I think he was only 16 years old, and the work that he displayed back then, he showed me that day that he was going to be world champion. And I told him, "You're going to be world champion." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, you got the skills to pay the bills. You can be champion." And a few years later, he's world champion now. And we sparred for this fight. He's getting ready to fight Jojo Diaz. And the boy got great hand speed, and he's like a rabbit. He get out that hole quick. You ain't going to trap him. So Jojo think he's going to come in there and manhandle Devin. He ain't going to be able to catch Devin. And if Devin want to, he can sit down and hurt Jojo to the body and finish him up to the head.
Yeah, I know that, with Devin, he's like a very tall guy there, lightweight, definitely has like the reach. So he could, definitely use his jab, use his speed, like you said, get in and out of the pocket a lot. While, with Jojo Diaz, he pretty much has a set style where he just walks forward and tries to, get on the inside and work the body. I mean, I've seen like Jojo, over here when he was in DC when he fought Gary Russell Jr. and he pretty much like had that same style against Gary, and then Gary made the adjustment to overcome all that and get the clear decision win over JoJo. But looking forward to seeing that there with Devin. That's going to be this Saturday, December 4th. That's live on the Zone there while he's fighting there in Las Vegas. But also, I know that you've like worked with a few other guys there in Las Vegas. Could you mention a few, or like if there was like any experience that you had with some of these guys that are coming up that you maybe see kind of similar to a Devin Haney?
None of the guys are similar to Devin Haney to me that I have been working with. Devin has his own style. He remind me of a young Floyd Mayweather. That's the style that Devin brings to the table when I'm in there working with him.
Mm-hmm.
Front gate. Hold on, let me answer this call. This is the gate.
Hold on. All right. See if we could have this thing on delay here for a little bit. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, gotcha. Yeah, we back. Yeah, like you were saying, with the style that Devin Haney has, that's kind of like, unique to him. And so, like, other guys basically don't have that type of style or whatnot. You know what I mean? Or who's that? Who's that with you?
No, I'm laughing at something else, but
okay.
And you don't know why I'm laughing, but this is one of the fighters that I'm training. That's Tyreek. He's getting ready to go pro within a couple of months, about 4 or 5 more months.
Okay,
and he's doing an amateur fight next month, December, out here in Vegas. He's from the Detroit. 57 wins, 7 losses, great amateur experience, and the kid can box real good. He's from the Detroit, the D.
Yeah, man.
Working with Devin, man, he's like a young Floyd Mayweather at 23 years old. Just had a birthday. Very, very talented kid. He has great IQ and ring generalship when it comes to that ring.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like see that in him, man. I've seen that, pretty much when he's, just started out as a pro too. So he had that thing coming up from the amateur ranks, and he's been with, around a whole lot of pro fighters when he was coming up. So that kind of like says that he was built up to kind of like see what is going on in the pro game before he even stepped in the pro game. And you pretty much were like a key part of that, teaching him a few things here and there, along with other professional fighters in the game before he even turned pro.
Yeah. I mean, he was a student of the game. Now he is in the game, and it has paid off. He's world champion.
Yep, no doubt. I wanted to get back to your time in the game. Like I said, almost 25 years in the game, world champion, and all of that. What kind of like stands out to you from your time that you've had as a professional?
The dedication that I have for this sport is something that money can't buy, time can't give it to you. It's just a love. I love it. And if I had it my way, if God would ask me if I'm ready to go, I would want to go doing something I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people will be hurt, especially my kids and all, if that was to be how I leave this world, but I'll be at peace. I'm doing something I love to do. I love to fight.
Yeah, like it's rare for people in general to do something that they love to do, and that they enjoy doing. And as long as you're able to do what you want to do and what you enjoy doing, then you're gonna be happy regardless. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the thing right there. You enjoy and you love what you do, and when you love what you do, it don't even seem like work. That's how I pretty much like it.
It's not. Yeah, it's not work. It's not work when you love it.
Yeah, exactly. Wanted to go into the throwback machine, the time machine, man. Your fight against Felix Flores for the WBO super lightweight title, man. Like, can you recall that experience of, being announced as the world champion at that particular time?
It's a moment that would never leave me. I mean, today is Tuesday, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I got a phone call on this day, Tuesday, back in 2001 when I won that title. It was a Tuesday. I think it would be June the 25th or the 24th. And it was a 5-day notice, put it like that. We got an opportunity to fight. We got a phone call asking would I fight Felix Flores. And we said, yeah, we'll fight him. But we didn't know that it was going to be a 5-day notice. We just said, would you fight him? I said, yeah, we'll fight him. And they're like, Flores, that's the guy that Sean Bay Mitchell fought. And it was the president of Don King's production, Dana Jameson, who called me. And we agreed to fight him. And when we said, well, when is the fight? She said, the fight is Saturday. And I'm like, Saturday? She was like, yes, this weekend. She said, you'll fly out to Las Vegas and you're going to fight. And I said, okay. So we flew out Wednesday the next day. They booked my airline ticket. I flew out, got my medicals done when I got in Vegas, got on the scale Friday, became world champion the next day.
Man, I mean, that's a great story there. Like, I mean, sometimes, you know, fighters do get those type of calls and they'll be like, are you ready? It's like, well, yeah. So yeah, man, it's like, you know, sometimes with a lot of the professional fighters, man, you have to, you know, be ready at any point in time. And once that phone call comes, and it's like, wait, you give me this opportunity? Okay, I'm with it, because you never know. You can have it well. You be world.
Yeah, it's hard to find fighters like that now in this era. Fighters are not dedicated. If they don't have a date and a contract that they already agreed upon, they're not in the gym.
Yeah.
They're not ready. And most of the fighters, they walk around 15 pounds above their weight class. And once they get a date, then they start bringing the weight down. I walk around at 142 pounds. That way I'm only, when I get a fight date, which is at 37, unless it's for a title, it's going to be at 135. I'm walking around 4 or 5 pounds above my weight limit. And then my body's already in shape. And I keep my timing. That's why I work with these young, quick fighters to keep my timing on point.
Yeah. And that thing what you said about the weight is very key as far as like, you know, these professional fighters, because they kind of like balloon themselves to 15, 20, 25 pounds over their weight, you know? And the thing about that is that they don't necessarily, you know, realize, depending on what status they are as a professional, sometimes it gets tougher to cut that weight. So once it gets tougher to cut that weight, it'll take longer to cut that weight, and you ain't really focusing on getting yourself ready for the fight. You know?
True. So true. So true.
And like it's almost like those type of times, like I don't understand it, because it's like you're really, you know, messing your whole body up just to try to get yourself to make weight, just so you can, you know, get yourself in a fight, because, you know, sometimes it might, you know, be because of the money or the prestige or the titles or something like that. But as long as you stay in shape, you don't even have to worry about that. You're pretty much spending 6 to 8 weeks in the gym preparing for your opponent, you know, instead of cutting weight, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's so true. So true.
That's how I kind of like get there as a professional fighter. And, you know, hopefully you kind of like teach, you know, these young guys there about the game. So, you know, that's what's, you know, going on in this particular instance when, you know, you have, you know, these young guys, whether it's, you know, amateurs or professionals, and you just tell them, you got to be able to stay in shape and keep yourself in the gym, because if you know, let yourself go for too long, you know what I'm saying, then it's going to be really tough once you get that phone call, whether you're a professional or, you know, that time when you do have stuff ready for a tournament. So if you're an amateur, that you might not necessarily be ready for. And then by the time you get to that fight date or weigh-in day, and either you make weight or you miss weight, then you still have to, you know, get yourself or cut down a little bit more. You're spending more time trying to make weight. And that just takes away from, you know, what you need to do. So it's kind of like, you know, the whole thing right there, man. You know?
It's so true, 100%.
Yep, without a doubt. Like, kind of like, you know, I was like, you know, looking as far as like, you know, over the course of your career, I know that It was like I don't know if it was like a story that Gary told me or something like that, or somebody. I don't know if it was like with you and Floyd or something like that. Like y'all kind of like had a little bit of a thing going or something like that. But then after that, they became like y'all became friends or something like that. But was it like that, or were y'all like always like friends?
No, me and Floyd, we always been cool friends. It was never nothing other than that. Yeah, these shoes right here just came. These Jalil Hackett shoes.
Okay, yeah. So that would be
yeah. So I'll be overnight knees out tomorrow.
Yeah, true. So yeah, you'll be having them joints out there ready for them in Los Angeles in the Staples Center or whatever they're trying to call it right now, the crypto.com arena or something, whatnot. But it looks like that might be the uniform too, or the whole gear for
them. Now these my tracksuits for my next fight.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what's up, man. You got the sweater there with the chop and blue. I know I seen it like you had the red the last time, the red fit. So that was like real solid.
Yep. So I'm wearing royal blue this fight. If I don't change my mind, I might change my mind though.
I mean that could happen, man. At least you'll be able to, keep that in the vault, for the next time. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So that's all good there, man. But yeah, going back into the thing with your pro career, man, 86 professional fights, and like going back to when you had your last fight, you said like you were very thankful that you've been able to get to this point after having your win over Linwood Dozier. So kind of like have like a little bit of a reflection, like you said at that time after your decision win over Linwood Dozier, like like you said, being there in DC to perform in front of the fans in DC, and then looking back, at least up to this particular point in your career, like how that's been. Yeah, there go the shoes right there, Jalil Major Hackett, JMH. See that there?
Oh, that's beautiful too.
Yep.
Yeah, but to your question, it was a great moment for me. I mean, I haven't been in the ring since my loss when I went to Canada, and that was almost like 3 years ago. I think 2018 in March. So I just been eager to get back in the ring and stay focused. That's why I was out here in Vegas, just staying ready, training, putting in the work, and it didn't matter who they put me in front of. I knew I'd be ready when the time came. So I just was happy that they found an opponent, which was supposed to have been Cornell Hines, but we knew he had problems making weight. And I was going to do something real, real bad to Cornell if he would have made weight and that fight would have happened. But now that fight is over with, Chop has moved on. I won't be fighting at 47 again. I'll be fighting where I'm comfortable at. I wasn't uncomfortable for the Linwood fight, but the weight was just there. And when I hit him with shots, if I had on the proper gloves, which was Grant gloves, I could have done more damage. I had on them Everlast gloves, and Everlast gloves are not good gloves to be fighting in for me.
Gotcha. I'm gonna see if I could add another person to join in that's in the Tampa Bay area. He's one guy that really is a good contributor to my movement there with the boxing source. His brother Terrell. He's out there in the Tampa Bay area. So I'm gonna see here if he got a couple of questions here for you real quick. See if I could get them on. These are there. Terrell, you there checking in?
Hey, what's up, man? You all right?
Hey, Terrell.
Chop. What up, man?
What's up? Ain't nothing much. I can't call it staying busy, man. Staying busy, that's for sure.
Good, man. Yo, real quick, just good to finally meet you and via Zoom. Been a long time fan, man. my main question: how have you maintained your weight to this point to not blow up your weight at this point? After been fighting for so long, because I remember seeing you get the business to Mayweather. I was at 140, 40 something, whatever it was, right? And I look at you years later now, and you still around that same weight class. How do you maintain that?
I'm gonna tell you a story, and this is a true story. I had a dream years ago when I was about 17, 18 years old, and I had a dream I was real fat. I was about 500 pounds, and if you can imagine a 500-pound person just walking real big, like a big marshmallow, and I was like, man, I gained all this weight. I'm fat. And I used to be a world champion. I used to be 140 pounds. So in that dream, I said, I'm going to lose this weight. I'm going to dedicate myself and I'm going to get back to 140 pounds. So what I did in my dream, something I seen a lot of people do in my neighborhood as growing up as a kid. They were big people, but they didn't use the drugs to lose weight. They was using the drugs because they was addicted. And that drug was called crack. So in my dream, I started smoking crack. I was hitting the pipe, and I done it for a couple of months in my dream. And once I lost the weight, I stopped using the drugs. And I woke up after that. And that was a nightmare tragedy to me to believe I got that fat and then I got hooked on the pipe to lose the weight. And I told myself I would never be fat. And right to this day, I'm looking at my life now when I turn 50 years old in 3 more years, I'm already looking at 60, how I want my body to be when I'm 60 years old.
Yo, Terrell, I think you're back on mute. Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, like I said, I can kind of relate to what you're saying because, like, when I left high school, I was like 130. I could never gain weight. I was always a small dude. I was real small, strong in tone, but I was just small. And it took me years and years to gain weight. And to this day, I still think I'm small, even though I know I'm not. but even on that note, like you just said, I would never ever be accused of being fat. Won't happen. And I'm 51, and I think I'm still doing pretty good at this point. You know,
the thing is, you love your body, don't you?
Yeah, definitely, man.
That's why you ain't gonna let yourself get fat.
yeah. But yeah, man, it's good to hear you. I'm because I know you fought. I think in DC, about a couple months ago, something like that.
A couple weeks ago, October 29th.
Yeah, I said, man, my man's still getting it. But I mean, that's a testament to what you're doing as far as taking care of your body. And not just take care of your body, being in tune to your body. And what I mean by that, every fighter cannot fight as long as you have. You know that. No. And especially at a lighter weight, taking the kind of punch that you're taking, not just in your body, but in the headshots too on top of that. So that's just a testament for you, respecting sport and staying in tune with your body and listen to your body and knowing am I good? Am I good? Never lie to yourself, things like that. And that's just being truthful with yourself. So I applaud you for doing that and still standing in the game and doing your thing. Because even something like, what was it? Crawford Porter. Porter just retired at what is he, 34, something like that? No more than that. He's already done. And here I look at my screen right now. My man Chop still getting in. still in shape and still can fight at a high level. So I definitely applaud you for that. So thanks for all you doing in boxing. Thanks for your contribution to boxing.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man. And I know that, we have Terrell here, and brother Terrell is also a master culinary artist himself. So I know that we got two great chefs here in the building right now, so to speak, man. So I don't know, maybe y'all could have a little bit of a little networking type of session or whatnot, because I know my man Terrell he be on it, man. Taste by Terrell, he be on it. So I know that most definitely when we get this thing going with Chop, Cooking with Chop, that it will definitely have a real culinary experience with both of y'all. So it's definitely one thing looking forward to if that can happen.
Hey, Chop, what's your favorite dish to cook that people love from you?
Oh, I have a couple. They love my fried chicken. I love soul food. My lamb chops are delicious. My turkey wings, my meatloaf, my ribs off the grill. Man, my macaroni and cheese. Now, if you were here for Thanksgiving, my macaroni and cheese, I make it with boiled eggs and shrimp inside.
Okay.
Man, it tasted delicious. And I stay away from pasta because pasta heavy. But
Right.
that macaroni and cheese was delicious. Man, I ain't lying. I had to go running after I ate though.
What kind of shrimp did you use?
What kind of what?
Shrimp. What kind of shrimp did you use? And what kind of cheese?
I used the black tiger shrimp, and I used it Jack what was it called? Jack something Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
Cracker Barrel chopped cheese and the Mal shredded cheese.
Yeah, I just found some Brazilian shrimp that I've never seen before. It's like a smaller Texas shrimp, and I used some that with a smoked Gouda cheese to make a shrimp mac and cheese like that. It was definitely good.
I heard about them Brazilian shrimp, man. They taste so delicious.
Yeah, they're delicate too. So it can't,
I heard
stuff like that. You already know. Definitely.
Yeah, I gotta taste some of your cooking one day, man.
Yeah, I'm Jay. I'm gonna make sure Jay show me your IG page. I got an IG page just for cooking. You can just check some of my stuff out. But I mean, man, I'm gonna tell you, you already know if you're not selling food, definitely get your stuff out there because you already got a big brand as far as your name and you got a big following. So you may take advantage of that. Please do. Please take advantage. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that Chop Kitchen going, baby. A couple of people tell me to get a food truck. I say I want to be in the kitchen, man. I don't want to be riding around on no truck. I want to be in the kitchen. I want to put my music on, my oldie but goodies.
Yeah.
And I just want to get down.
Man, you got a big following. You got to take advantage of your following. And I don't know what else you got going on outside of boxing, but cooking that can be an excellent segment into something else right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got a big name and you got a big following, and I know the food's good. As long as the food good, you got the name, you got it made, man. You got it made.
Oh yeah, okay.
Forget the food truck. Just do some catering stuff like that, and do some private chef stuff like that, and you will see how fast it's gonna grow like that. Definitely, man.
Sounds like a plan to Chop.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, I'm most definitely forward to that information there from Terrell, man. Taste by Terrell. So I'll get you that IG information and all of that. But he's also got a page on Facebook too. But he's been a long time contributor to the Boxing Source through the podcast and all the other things that we've done here in the movement. And been very thankful for Terrell for pitching in there, man. So.
And Jay, happy birthday to your moms, man. Happy birthday to your moms again,
Oh yeah, man. Thanks on that. Yeah, her birthday was yesterday. So she definitely enjoyed that day.
Congratulations.
Yesterday. Yeah, no doubt. With that being said, I wanted to see if you had like anything else, Chop, that you wanted people to know about here, before we kind of like bring this to a close.
Stay tuned for Chop Kitchen. My merchandise is doing better, moving products. I'm making shoes for special fighters like Jalil Hackett, who's getting ready to fight on a big undercard this coming weekend, Sunday night. My brand is growing. My product is just getting better. It's coming out with other fighters as well. I'm getting ready to fight again. My 87th professional fight coming up. We're looking to get back on TV soon. I'm staying busy.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yep,
keep your hands up, man. You already know.
And move your head.
Yeah, no doubt. Very thankful for you to taking the time to join us here on the Boxing Source, Chop. And we're definitely going to be following you here. Like I said, of course, on social media, on IG, I know it's like, what is it, Demarcus Corley 2019 or Chop Corley. But then we're going to get that kitchen thing started up, so you'll be able to have that following the movement. So once you do get it started, you'll pretty much like take off just like that, like Terrell said.
Sounds like a plan, baby. I appreciate it.
Cool, man. Cool.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. And that's it from the Boxing Source, Brother Terrell and Chop Corley. And we'll definitely see Chop. Like I said, he should have another fight coming up in the Washington, D.C. area sometime in February. So once we get updates on that, we will definitely let y'all know. And until next time, folks, we out. Peace.